Looks like you lost another one.
Yo, give me a second, man. I'm on here. Your man's T Smooth, man. We finna start this topic, man. Ain't nobody in here right now. I'm gonna give people a couple minutes, a couple seconds to get at least a couple people in here. But they be finished doing what I was doing. This intro went kind of fast. Intro went kind of fast. Give me a second to be shared to a couple more groups I got in here. All right, I want everybody to tune in. Everybody got to tune in. Intro went kind of fast. Oh, man, I ain't meaning. Okay, look, y'all hear all that. Okay. I'm here. Okay. Get these people. Let me see comments. I forgot how to make my stuff to the point. Okay, I know what I got to do. Privacy, public. All right. Come on, tune in. All right. Tune in. Give me a second. I got my guest that's in my guest, so she's in the lobby waiting. So I got her about to come in a second. But I want to leave some people to get up in here real quick. Hold on, let me make sure I'm showing live. Let me make sure I'm good. Am I good? Yes, live. All right, man. Y'all tune in. I'm gonna get started anyway. It is being recorded. I'm not gonna delete the recording. So we're gonna talk about this abortion thing. You know, a lot of women across the world, a lot of people across the world, not just women, a lot of people across the world, they devastated about the decision, but the Supreme Court overturned it, whatever the case is. They think they should know, and women across the world believe they have the rights, which they do, have the rights to do what they want to do with their body. That I agree with that. But under the circumstances, the reason of this alive is because of babies being aborted. It's deep. So I'm gonna bring in someone. No, she's an actress. No, she played in the Walker Rufus, a Masquerade Trap, Roseland. She played in a couple movies, so she's gonna join me real quick. So I'm gonna bring Trey Lynn come in. Trey Lynn, what's up?
Hello, everybody.
How you doing, Trey Lynn?
I'm doing good today. A little blessed to finally catch your podcast.
Appreciate you for catching it. Whistle that high. Yeah, so you know the topic. You already know the topic already. And we just gonna briefly, I want you to briefly tell people who you are, what you do.
Okay, my name is Trey Lynn. Like you said, I'm an up and coming actress up under Singles Film and Music Entertainment. I want to join this podcast today because it speaks on a subject that I've dealt with on both ends with this situation. It's kind of a double-edged sword because, all of us women feel it's our body and we have a choice. We should have the choice as to what to do when it comes to that. I can identify on both sides as far as what they're saying because, okay, it's like this here. I was grown when I had my first child, but I knew what I was doing when I laid down. I did not protect myself, nor did I bother with making sure the man protected himself. I ended up with my oldest daughter. No, I wasn't trying to have a child. I was surprised when I found out I was pregnant. was asked if I wanted to keep it, and I said, yeah. It was my choice. It was my choice to lay down unprotected and do what I did. I got pregnant, so yeah, I kept my child. Now, had I decided, oh, I don't want this kid, and went the abortion route, that would be murder, just flat out, because I was grown. I understood the consequences of what I was doing when I didn't protect myself. So when I got pregnant, yeah, I won't say I was disappointed. I was shocked because I'm never having kids,
Right.
but I didn't take the precautions so not to have children.
So
And I
how old
have
was
my oldest daughter.
the first child? How old was you?
I was 21 when I had her,
21. Okay. So
but it was still,
let me ask you a question. So knowing your baby now, your daughter, she's grown, of course. Now knowing her now, like, let's just say if you would have made the decision to abort, like just knowing her now, like I know you love your kids, whatever, you love all your kids. You say you have 4 kids, right?
right.
So
Girl,
imagine the life without them right now, like how you think it'd be like. I mean, I know you can't think like, oh, my
I
kids.
would have missed a lot of wonderful moments that I've had with her. You know, I was a hard parent. Man, they called me the ball and chain because I was real strict with her being a young lady. I would have missed graduations. I would have missed being able to brag. My baby, all 4 high school years on the roll. She's very intelligent. She wasn't into boys. My daughter had her first child when she was 24. So
Okay.
I would have missed all of that being proud of her. She worked hard. She's a hard worker. She's an earner. She takes good care of my grandbabies. So I would have missed that. I wouldn't have these grandbabies that I watch for her from time to time. I wouldn't have that. Or my other children for that matter. Because I would have aborted them all because I laid down and didn't protect myself.
Okay, now speaking of that part, let's go off there. Now let's just really start this conversation. So everybody know that the Supreme Court overturned the law to a right, to doing abortions now. In 9 states, you can't do abortions. Illinois is not one of them right now. Before I understand that it's going to be one of the next one to get to this point. But so now basically what the government tell you or the law telling you that no matter what, you got to have your baby, well, no matter what situations. And I'm gonna give y'all my opinion about this. Respect my opinion. As a matter of fact, let me bring my back up in here real quick. He's the actor uh, under the same movie. Walker Rufus, one of the stars in Walker Rufus, the movie that they filming now, Theotis, uh, Rosalind. Listen, I mean, he's one of the coldest, dark skinned dudes out here. The king of the dark skin. I'm gonna bring my brother in, man. Whoa, boy.
Yeah.
What's happening, sir? What's happening, sir?
Hey,
Train
hey,
report. Lord of the Light Skins. What's happening, baby?
What's
hey,
up, brother?
hey.
King of the dark. Hey, man. So we on this topic, man.
Finna bring it to you after I take them lists. I'm gonna
The
call on.
camera is killing me. Oh my God.
Serious
Fucking Steve, he might make you leave. Look, now,
dark skin.
I caught a little bit of the conversation, man. I'm in a grocery store right now, man, but I caught a little bit of the conversation, man. I just want to kind of give my opinion on it. As a man, it's kind of rough because I do believe that women, they should have a right to say what's going on with their body. You know what I'm saying? Because it is theirs. But also, I don't think that abortion should be used as a form of contraceptive.
Okay.
I think that there's some sort of way that they can take preventative measures to make sure that this isn't something that's happening too much.
Yeah.
Like maybe if you had one this year, you can't have another one for the next couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, unless it's cases of incest or rape and shit that you ain't got nothing to do with. But to just go get abortions just because you don't want to wrap it up or somebody got some bad aim, that's unacceptable to me.
I agree with that 100%, bro. That's one of the things that I want
I
to know.
agree. I totally agree. And I'm a female. If you're not protecting yourself, then you already know the consequences of your actions. But now you done got pregnant. Like, oh, I'm not gonna have this baby. I'm no, honey. You should have protected yourself. You knew.
Now, that's true, and I say this, Trade in the world. Uh, with me, it varies. You know, with me, it varies. You got the women that was raped, that was taken advantage of. I would say if they was gonna make a law to not do abortion no more, I would say they should have like said like you can't get an abortion no more unless you was raped or something like that. Then you got the hot tail little girls, 13, 12, 14, 15 years old that's out there getting pregnant. Now they by the law they forced to be a parent when they still being parented. So with it kind of that, it's kind of tricky. You can't
Yeah,
really
it could get tricky. It could definitely get tricky, but also ultimately that should be something that the woman decides. But I think that they should put like limitations on how to go about doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we have to prevent these kids that's watching these older women just have these abortions just because. You know, I don't like him, so I don't like him like that. So I know I done gave him some pussy, but I'm not gonna have this baby. You can't do that either because that's a form of murder too.
definitely. I agree with you. I agree with you 100 times on that one, man. So, and that's what the law get tricky. You got a lot of women all across the world right now. They protesting. Not only women, men too. Everybody protesting this law because they figure like I should be able to do what I want to do with my body. That's facts. That's true. But
Yeah,
if you put yourself in that situation, you can't get mad. You can't get mad with the law had turned around on you. Like you said, just because I don't, man, know what, dude, I don't like dude, man. I don't like dude. So if
right,
you just kill this baby, no,
right. So that'll just be another child that the state got to take care of. Come on, man.
Right.
come on, dog.
Right.
Don't talk about that. So it really don't make no sense to me. Some of the stuff, but a lot of stuff do make sense. I understand the anger, and I think a lot of the women that's out here protesting. I think the fact that they being controlled their body being controlled by a government is the biggest issue with them. Because
Yeah,
I
but
guess
it's like you got to look at it. Look at all these babies that's getting killed because women ain't protected. We know what it is. We know what we're supposed to do. Now, in the case of a child getting of these little young kids out here, if you're under a certain age, then it's because we have to literally sign permission for these kids to get these abortions. So my mother was the type of, I'll give a scenario. I had a sister, she was 15, she had her first, and my mom like, we're not gonna do that. You're having it. And I have a nephew. I have a niece. You know what I'm saying? My mom was like, we were raised and taught properly. If we go out there and go against what she taught us, oh, you want to play the game? Now let's play it all the way. You got pregnant, you're gonna have that baby because you did something you knew you weren't supposed to do at the age that you are.
yeah,
But the family was there to support. She had us, her little sisters, we helped her. My mom was there for her, she supported her, but she had to learn the hard way. You're a child now, you're a mother. You got to be raised, and you still got to raise this child properly.
mm-hmm.
So, but it helps when you have a supportive family like that. My mom wasn't pleased at the fact my sister had a baby at 15 years old, but she knew she had to be there to support her for it to be done properly because I'm still raising you. So it's like while I'm raising you and teaching you, you're learning how to be with your child, but she shouldn't have had to go through it because listen to your parent.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Just listen.
The
That's the problem.
the
People that they just grown at the age. So I got another
but
thing. A lot of
I
people.
think,
Go ahead, Trey.
like I said, that's something that the parent and the child have to really get together on. You
Mm-hmm.
messed up. You half the time they scared to tell the parents. That's why these youngsters is out here pregnant. Parents don't know, and now you're all over the news because somebody found your baby in a garbage dumpster, still breathing, behind a abandoned building, still breathing because you couldn't go to your parent and let them know that you made a mistake. And then some that don't have supportive parents. So it's a lot that go to that. Other than the fact that you should have listened, you're a kid. We don't always, parents aren't always perfect. We're not always right. But it's like kids should be able to come to their parents no matter what. In
Yeah,
a
that's
situation like that, you need to.
so. I hear, and I was talking to this guy. I was doing a job, a security job, and it was this guy. He's really affiliated, knows all about this type of things. Like he one of the type of guys to stay in the law books. He pay attention. He's an activist, and he's against the abortions. He's against he'll against the I forgot he was against it, but he told me it was something in the law that they overturned. They just not overturned the abortions like that. It was something in the law, and what he told me, he had the law number, whatever them dark numbers and all that stuff is.
Yeah.
He said it was something in there. If they would have never overturned this, they would have let abortions. If they would have let abortions go through, it was something in the law, and I can't recall the docket number that he called out, but it would allow parents, moms to kill their baby up to 28 days after the baby was born. And supposing and it's
That's damn near, no, that's almost 6 months. That's crazy.
he said it was procedures without lawfully consequences. It was something in there that would allow, and what he said, this is the reason they overturned this, because they didn't want that. It's not that they want to just control women's bodies. It's just they didn't want this because it could cause a lot of problems. But it was something in there, and he gave me the whole document number. It was HN something that he said, but it would allow women to kill their baby after the baby was born up to 28 days without facing any lawful consequences.
So they said after you actually birth the baby up to 28.
After birth,
Man, that's just flat out murder. Come on.
baby. Now, I ain't want to call him out on this, but he gave me the dark numbers, and I thought I had his card, and I thought I wrote him his card, but I don't know his card at. But he said it's after 28 days. Once the baby's born, you got up to 28 days to you would ask your baby to kill your baby without facing any consequences at all. He said, and that's the reason they turned this law over to where you can't do abortions, because if they was allowed it, this new law would have allowed that. And if that was true,
because it's one thing of aborting a baby out you, but once that baby come out, that's murder. Ain't no other way to look at it. That's just flat out murder.
so they have to be a whole month. 28 days is 31 days in it's 31 days in a month. 32 days. He said after 28 days, and he know it seemed like he know what he's talking about, because he started naming.
So you're talking a 6 to 7 month old baby. They would have had permission to just kill because they didn't want it.
No. 28 days.
Days? Oh, okay. I'm thinking weeks. Look, my man ran to left field already. Look, what? 28? Ooh.
No, he said it was something in the law that they overturned. The reason they really overturned this law to where you can't do abortions, because it was 28 days you could kill your baby after birth without facing consequences. And he
28 days, that's still a breathing human being. They cry about the baby being breathing a full live human being in your stomach, but you're saying, oh, well, you can't kill it in your stomach, but you can kill it 28 days after it's born. That's yeah.
You said our country. You said our country and other countries.
Now,
only ones
in a situation, as far as with when you're being raped, or you're a child and an older person rape you, that can even get tricky. And I say that because of a personal experience. Like, it's a lot of parents that actually had their rape children that were produced due to rape. Mm-hmm. Me being who I am, knowing how I am, I knew that I would not be able to love a child that I was raped and conceived, because I have to look at you every day, not to mention the time growing in you, because I'm going to carry you, but I'm going to give you up for adoption. I got to deal with you going to my stomach. Every time I look at this, I'm hating myself because I allow myself to be so vulnerable, because this is how my mind would run. I allow myself to be vulnerable enough to get caught up to a point somebody got hold of me and they took my self-respect. Now I'm carrying this child from this evil person. I have to let this grow in my stomach for 9 months and then give birth to it all the time You know how you have the women, oh no, I wouldn't conceive. I'm gonna have a surrogate because I wouldn't mess up my figure. That would be the last thing on my mind. What's on my mind is over and over. Every time I look at this baby, I'm thinking about what happened. Now I have to raise this child. I would not be able to love that child. I would have had to give that child up because I would not be able to love it. And it was, I honestly can't say that I would be able to bring that baby full term. And I'm just going to be honest with you and real with you. I was date raped when I was 19 and got pregnant, but I wouldn't keep that baby because I knew I couldn't love it. And I got a lot of backlash from only the few people that I confided in because of it. But I sit and watch a lot of children get abused by the parent because they was raped when they had them. So it's like you're gonna raise this child and abuse it. I hate you. I should have never had you. No, you should have gave it. If you were gonna carry it, give it up for adoption because you brought it to the world. It deserves a happy life. But I couldn't say honestly I could do it. So no, I didn't keep it. And trust and believe, me and the Lord talk about this every time before I close my eyes. No matter what I pray, I bring that back. Forgive me, because I literally took a life because of the way it was conceived. So it is tricky with that, and you have it mess your mind up. If your mind like mine, I fight that demon from time to time. You know, I still deal with God over that situation. So it's a double-edged sword when it comes to this subject. You know, I was grown, but still it happened to me. You know.
Yeah, my wife, she passed away in 2014, but she did an abortion once. You know, I wasn't with it, but again, I couldn't tell her what not to do. You know, at the time, we weren't ready for another baby, but you know, it was just a whole situation with that. So I'm gonna tell you what happened after she did the abortion. When I'm tell you, she came out and she cried for 2 days straight because she said she can't believe I just did that. That was her first abortion. She can't believe she. Now I'm telling you, so with women that's having a baby for the first time, if you never had a baby, you never knew, you never was pregnant, and you aborted your baby for the first time, and if you had any type of hard, you know, like she had, like she didn't know how it was, she just felt so bad, so bad, and I felt bad too because I'm like, man, what did this like Tree said, what did the baby have to do with this? It's the baby. So look, check this out. I want to show this little video, man. This is I want to show this little video. And this kind of like this video kind of showing what you aborted. So just give me a second.
Oh, I saw that, man, baby. And see that's what make it fuck your head up so much.
Baby got the birth right here. This is what you're doing. This is what you missing out on.
Right. You do.
I'm not and I'm not knocking. I mean, not trying to tell a woman what to do with their baby or anything like that, because it's your body. You should be able to choose what you do with your body. But at the same time, like we was talking about Traylon, it's levels to this shit.
Yeah, it is.
It's levels to this. What I say is levels to this. Like now in a sense, in the case you was raped.
It was date rape. I was dating a guy, and it was like, you know, the way I was raised, it's like so different. I still get judged because of my mother's teachings that's so instilled in me. It was like we were dating and he didn't want to wait for it. I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't ready. So he took it. And then, you know, the thing that messed my head up was after this goes, I, you know, went home. I walked home. And it was like, why you didn't call the police? That right there alone is an issue because they want to tell me because of how I was dressed, I asked for it. I didn't have the mental strength to deal with that. So I dealt with it on my own. I didn't get therapy or nothing, but it just changed the fact you couldn't wait for it. So you took it. You know what I'm saying? And it messed me up because you took my self-respect from me. So I got to deal with that. But for you to wait till I get home and call me and tell me, no, yeah, you finna have a baby because I just popped you and I promise you that man was right. So that like doubly, it was like, what? I'm fucking 19 years old and this is what I'm going through. So the same thing your wife went through, I went through because that was my first child that I had. It was not planned. It was like a force upon. You took my goodies and you got me pregnant. You bragged about it. But at the same time, you didn't realize how fucked up you left me mentally. It took a long time for me to get past that. So when I did do what I did, grown as you please, and I had my oldest daughter, it was a different feel for me. I think me having her voluntarily, because it kind of helped me deal with the fact of what happened with my first child. Because, like you
Right.
say, your first child, and this is what you do. Yeah, it did fuck me up for a long time mentally.
Yeah, but look at the situation. See, that's where it get trickier right there, to my opinion. Like me, I'll speak my mind. I'm against abortions. I'm against abortions because it's a life what it all come down to. Now, if we want to put religion about it, the Bible said thou shalt not kill. But let's put like
Exactly.
in your situation, it's different. You was forced to get pregnant with you was totally against it. It's rape. Now, when it come to that, I think the law, in my opinion, on the law, how they should have took care of this. Okay, they could have made it illegal to do abortions, but under the circumstances, if you raped,
Right.
it should be a way. If you or if it's a child, see, and that's real tricky too, because it's if a child, you got the hot tail, the kids 13, 14. Actually, I know a little girl that was 12 years old that got pregnant, 13. I know them. How could you force them to be a baby? I mean, a parent. Now you saying now, so if some little girl, go out there and get pregnant, now she got to have the baby. And if I'm not mistaken, some of the kids can't even hold it in their uterus. It could kill them.
Right. Right.
Actually kill them. So that's why I'm on both sides. I'm totally against abortions, but through the circumstances like rape, stuff like that.
Right.
But now if you just laid your ass in that bed and you had sex with a guy, knowing that it's a chance, you don't care if you use protection. Protection is that's why the protection thing said 99.9%.
That 1% will fuck you up.
That
That
1%.
1% will
But
get you.
I'm tell you how 1% go a long way. Y'all remember Michael Jordan said, "I'm 99.999.9% sure I'm not coming back to the NBA." What happened that next season?
He came back.
He came back to the NBA. So that 1% is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I know women. I know women that got pregnant with no condom bust or birth control or whatever. No, it's still possible. So
Yeah.
when it comes to that, you just got to know you can't. You just think you laid your ass in the bed now. And I'm not mad at y'all, and I'm not going against what y'all. It is your body. This is your body.
Right.
God gave you this body, but do not use God in it. But God already said, "Thou shalt not kill." So do not put God
True.
in that situation. God said, "Thou shalt not kill." That's murder. So do not put God in it. Just put that on yourself. Don't put God in because God don't got nothing to do with that. God, if God had to make a decision, it would be with the people that made this law that to ban abortions. That's what God would go with because it's killing. Now, I know it's a lot of women disagree with me, and there's not a lot of women here, but I know y'all out there. I know y'all probably saying, "Man, shut your light skin man in here." I'm just giving my opinion. I respect you, and if I know you, if you're against it, if you hate this law that they made, I still love you, and you still gonna be my friend. If you're my friend, you still gonna be my whatever, my Facebook friend, real life friend, family member, whatever. I still love you. I'm just speaking my opinion, but don't lay your ass in that bed. Don't have sex if you ain't ready to deal with the consequences. That's just like you go out there, you choose a life of crime, but as soon as you get locked up, you want to start bitching the crime because you locked up in jail now. Don't do the crime,
Right.
do the time. Don't fuck the dick if you can't stick with the baby. If you can't stick with the baby, leave the dick alone. Get you a dildo or something. And I don't mean to say this in a disrespectful way. I'm just being 100.
Toy stores.
I'm just being 100. But I'm with y'all. See, it's both ways. It's kind of contradicting in a way. I'm with y'all. That is your body. You should be able to choose what you want to do with your body, but you should be able to choose what you do with your body at the same time. You want control of your body? Well, treat your body right. Don't go out there and have an unprotected sex. Even though I just said sometimes shit happen. But most likely, if you use protection, you're gonna be good.
It's
No,
like
don't kill that baby, man.
you have a lot of guys out there that be like, you need to get an abortion. I don't want no kids. It's like it's at the end of the day, it's our bodies.
Mhm.
But I feel like when we get pregnant, it's a shared responsibility. You can put on a condom, dude. Now my pills might not be working. I might need to upgrade to something strong and don't know, but you can strap up too. Like everybody's responsible when
Yeah.
these babies come. You know, you laid up there. If you knew you didn't want no baby by me, you should have strapped up, because one thing my mother taught my brothers is that a female said, I'm on a pill. And now you got a baby coming, because she wasn't on a pill. She just said that because, you know, females, some of us out here, we reckless and we ratchet, you know. So it's like, it's a shared responsibility. You can't believe everything a female say. Some, like you say, some of these pills, that 1%. My oldest son, I had just literally had my pills leveled up to something stronger. I promise you, if I didn't get pregnant with that boy on that, I'm like, how is it possible? I was snapping on the doctor. I just had my pills to a stronger strength to make sure, and I'm pregnant. What the hell?
Yeah.
Everything's not that 1%. That 1%. So now I have a son, a pill baby. I was fully on birth control pills when I got pregnant with him. So it's like a shared responsibility.
Yeah, that's the truth. So look,
You know?
I agree with you 100%, but I want to play this as a video real quick. I'm just gonna let y'all see.
Abortion has been arguably the most polarizing, heated, and controversial civil rights issue since 1973, when abortion was legalized in the U.S. There is so much passion on either side of the topic, and seems to be no middle ground and virtually no humane conversations. So much anger and so much hate. In the midst of it all, we truly believe that love is the answer. Instead of pro-life or pro-choice, is it possible for us to be pro-love? Is it possible for us to love both the mother and the baby? Maybe the answer isn't either or, but rather both. I have my personal convictions. You have yours. We're all so different, and that's okay. But where is God's heart at? Where is the truth and peace amidst all the chaos and lies? We want to go on a journey to find out the truth, and to find out how we could actually help and make a difference, instead of just adding more noise to an already deafening discussion.
So what if you're watching this and you're thinking, should I keep my baby even though it's too hard? As a matter of fact, I was in that position. I was 19 when I got pregnant with Everly, and I remember just being so scared. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was actually in school and college, and I was too scared to tell my family. I was too scared to tell my friends. It was just a lot for me to take in, being so young. I remember those moments just being so terrified of just like what the future would look like, what my life was gonna look like. Just so many things going through my head at that moment, and just knowing how hard it was gonna be, but ultimately in the end, how worth it was gonna be looking back now. I know for me personally, my choice was always to keep my baby, but I also know that for others, there are choices.
Don't lose heart, His strength will still come. At the end of your wanderings, you'll see the grace that He gives.
Have your choice. What I really do believe that a human life, that individual human being with that unique genetic signature starts at fertilization. People think of doctors as so smart. We're no different than anyone else.
Let me see. It's
When you
video.
Of course she is.
A lot of people
Apart.
That's not
And
video.
yeah, me for 4 months.
who was faced with those exact same circumstances, and this is what she did.
I didn't really grow up in the church. I started.
I think there's a video right here. That's the same one.
life obstetrician gynecologist and almost 10 years of experience in a tertiary medical center. I have terminated, i.e. ended.
The Women's Center in Huntsville, Alabama, today is a dark day.
The women, the emotions that they were going through was just, it went down to my soul.
Director Dalton Johnson says the clinic usually sees about 30 patients a day, women crossing state lines for services. But the Supreme Court decision marking the end of Roe v. Wade spelled the immediate end of abortion access in Alabama, a 2019 law passed in the state now allowed to go into effect.
You had several dozen patients already in the waiting room.
Mm-hmm.
When you broke the news, what was it like in that room?
It was just raw emotions. It was everything from people that were upset, angry, people breaking down, crying, people in disbelief.
Following the Supreme Court decision Friday, abortion is no longer legal in these 9 states. And in at least 3 others, providers have stopped services for fear of prosecution, with the laws still uncertain.
It's a win for unborn children.
In Arkansas, doctors who performed the procedure could now face up to 10 years in prison. In neighboring Louisiana, all 3 abortion clinics in the state have ceased operations. Angie Thomas had been working toward that moment for years.
We are so thankful for this day in history where we as a state get to protect our unborn.
The Women's Center in Huntsville, Alabama, today is a in these 9 states. And in at least 3 others, providers have stopped services for fear of prosecution, with the laws still uncertain.
It's a win for unborn children.
In Arkansas, doctors who performed the procedure could now face up to 10 years in prison. In neighboring Louisiana, all 3 abortion clinics in the state have ceased operations. Angie Thomas had been working toward that moment for years.
We are so thankful for this day in history where we as a state get to protect our unborn children and help moms.
Across the country, more changes are on the way. Georgia's Attorney General has asked the court to allow the state's so-called heartbeat law to take effect. It would reduce abortion access from 20 weeks of pregnancy to 6.
You, on the other hand, are blocking. Get out of the way.
Back in Mississippi, more protests today outside the clinic at the heart of the Supreme Court case, now set to close within days. Getty Israel worries what that will mean for Black women.
The highest proportion of Black people in the country are here. This is ground zero for Black health.
While Black women comprise 38% of Mississippi's population, they account for 74% of the state's abortions.
What do those numbers tell you?
I see abortion as another birth disparity.
Israel runs Sisters in Birth Clinic, where she provides resources to pregnant women and says the state's high poverty.
Give me 1 second. Let me refresh this real quick because my live is acting crazy over here. 1 second. One second. Let me change that background back to that. Okay, to this. Now that. Okay. Go back to that video. Where it go? Okay, let's go back, and it's right. This is not the one I wanted to say. It's one that was.
Here in Huntsville, Alabama, today is a dark day.
The women
in history where we as
Mississippi, more protests today outside the clinic at the heart of the Supreme Court case, now set to close within days. Getty Israel worries what that will mean for Black women.
The highest proportion of Black people in the country are here. This is ground zero for Black health.
While Black women comprise 38% of Mississippi's population, they account for 74% of the state's abortions.
What do those numbers tell you?
I see abortion as another birth disparity.
Israel runs Sisters in Birth Clinic, where she provides resources to pregnant women and says the state's high poverty rate and insufficient access to health care mean Black women will be hit hardest by the court's decision.
It's easy to end abortion. That's just a law. It takes effort and leadership and resources to really improve health outcomes.
Matt Blaine joins me live from Jackson, Mississippi. Blaine, what options will there be for women in states like Mississippi as access to abortion goes away?
Well, Jose, just moments ago, the Secretary of Health and Human Services, Javier Becerra, told NBC's Kate Snow at the Aspen Ideas Health Conference that his department is looking into providing transportation services for women who are seeking to cross state lines for that procedure. Jose.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.
So hold on, I found the video. I want to play this video real quick. It was actually the video I showed already. I just want to kind of go over what I had this. Hold on, I found it. Let me see. It's right. Who's this right here? Damn pigs. Okay, it's right here.
But you know, they got to know people going to be leaving the state, going to the states that haven't passed that law to have those abortions done like they do for surgery. They go out the country because it's cheaper.
Here in Huntsville, Alabama, today is a dark day.
The women.
That is not the one. I'm trying to play the video. Hey, what's up, Damn?
Hey, my bad. I'm like on a quick break. Like, let me tap into this.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, this subject is really, it's touching a lot of people, but it's just not making a lot of sense to me. Like I'm hearing people, you know, like we want so many demands, but it's like, man, let's just make sense on what we're asking.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at your live, and I was checking your lab out. You know, you was making some key points in there.
I'm trying. Everybody hollering, you know, it's all right, but give the man the option to have their right. You can't keep taking their rights away from them.
Ooh,
and
say that, sister.
I'm just saying it, you know, and then but you taking them to child support when he initially said that's not what he wanted. But you're like, it's my right, it's my body. So it's like we can't be bipolar with the situation. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I need you to say that again, though.
Yes, because
I can say it again. I say it all day. I'll say it all day.
But you know,
bipolar.
Like she said, get a man, because it's like if that man wants that child, you don't want to have that child because I'm mad at him. I'm not having this.
Come on now.
Come on. The man got part in this too. It's our body, but it's their child.
Exactly. They have a say so too.
If they're not mad with getting an abortion, then who are you to kill this man's child without discussing it? He could take the baby.
Come on.
My nephew raised both his daughters by himself, both of them. He wanted his daughters. The mamas didn't. They went to court and everything. That man wouldn't pay for DNA and everything. And right today, they grown and in college, but he raised them girls. Get a man a chance. Come on. They got
Stop
some
taking it away from them. Exactly.
Ooh,
and then
yes,
another thing too, I don't understand why people it's so weird to me that you're upset because you can't kill a child. I don't get it. Did you give that child the right to say that I want to be here? Give me a chance to be here because you wanted to go fornicate. I'm not saying you have to be a Christian, you know, to understand what fornication is. But first of all, it's really a sin for a man to ejaculate outside of the vagina. So let's talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that. But you know, hey, you know, all these sensitive people, because and this another thing too. I just want to say that because I'm quick on it. You got women that I had about 5 abortions, and I'm not knocking nobody for having no abortion, okay? But you got women that I had about 5 abortions, and they turn around and finally meet the man they want to settle down with, okay? And then all of a sudden now you're having miscarriages, and then you're on social media. I thank you guys for all the love and support. This is really tough for us. How? You ripped your
tore up
own
your body.
placenta, your own uterus from all those abortions. And now you want to have a baby? I'm not feeling bad for you. I feel bad for that baby. And then you sit here making all these statuses, but your mother let you live to make these ignorant statuses. You're breathing, you're holding on.
Yes. You said something in your live. I can't remember what, but it was you had to repeat it yourself. You said, hold on, let me say that again.
Stop taking the response. I said, women always talking about my right, but you take that responsibility of a man away and get upset because when you get in court, then you want to take them to child support. No, let them be responsible, because that's why you're a single mother today, because it's your right, right? It's your body. Don't be bipolar. So that's what I was speaking on, that whole scenario. Yeah. Baby, don't pick and choose, baby. It's either your right or it's not your right, because you're the same one escorting. You're the same one tricking out for $40 and some weed and a cheeseburger.
Don't say that stuff.
I'm just saying, we all been there. We women, we done all tricked around a couple times. Understand that, okay? You know, but like I tell people, too, safe sex and no, to my son, safe sex and no sex is the best way to go. If you don't want to have these issues, like people upset at me because I said, get your tubes tied. Sit down. Get your tubes tied. I was serious about that. Well, you know, we go through so much with our uterus and our bodies. Why can't they get a vasectomy? Okay, listen.
Why you can't get your tubes tied?
Get your tubes tied. We're not talking about men. We're talking about women that said it's their right. So let's handle you first. Let's handle you accordingly. Bipolar.
Exactly. Yo, you just hit. Oh my God, you just
yes.
Man, on some snapping, making some good ass points, and I appreciate that. Like for real, like
man,
I could have said it better. Me and Trey Danny, we've been talking.
But you know, she right. It's we say it's our body, it's our choice. But protect your own ass, and you ain't got to worry about being pregnant.
Come on now.
No chances are that pill ain't gonna work. Strap a baby. I'm gonna take this pill, and you gonna strap up.
And stop letting him come in you. Stop letting him come in you because you on birth control. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Like I say, my oldest son, I was fully on birth control, yet he's here.
Yeah, see that birth control, you know, everything. Like
it's not always foolproof.
I made a point earlier, like they said, 99.9% accurate. So it's 1%, and the point I made, Jordan said he was 99.9%. He won't come back to the NBA. That 1% is a motherfucker. He came
back. And stop rounding up that 1% because it's still not accurate. That's another thing I said. It's 99.9% for a reason. Okay, so you know, at some point, first of all, let's normalize practicing Christian sex. And I have to say this, not everybody a Christian, but the reason why I'm saying is they practice sex where is that they practice their ovulation days. They don't have sex on their ovulation days. Okay. Right. You having sex 7 days a week with you know who, you know, you're bound to get pregnant. So now that these abortion laws are taken away, okay, they didn't take them away in every state. You just got to do a little driving, you know, and do a little sex. You know what I mean? Do a little safe sex. You know, I'm trying to hold on, son. 1 second, because I got to get back on the clock. Y'all was at the clock. So anyways, if you still on later, and I'll tune in. But I love y'all. Thank y'all. I just have to tune in.
I love quick. Your input, honey, because you said what was in the back of my mind didn't want to come. You did that, sister. Yes, you make
God bless y'all.
Point.
She's an actress, y'all. She's in the movies, a couple movies herself, y'all. Y'all check out. If somebody want to reach you, talk to you, you know, get in tune with you, what they got to do real quick.
I'm on Facebook as Dem Paris, DEM.
Yeah,
_ PARRIS. On all social media platforms. So that's most definitely how you can find me.
I ain't see your name up there, girl. What's up?
Hey, boo.
I like man love.
Have a good one, y'all. I'm about to clock back in.
Have a good one now.
Right.
Okay. Tree says so many women who can't have children that would love to take care of for the babies. I agree with you 100%. I'm gonna get a round of applause for them. You know what I'm saying, for everything she said, because I agree with it. And I'm going to get a round of applause for Treese on this one right here. And then I'm going to get a round of applause for you, Trey Lane, because you on some points. We're going to get one for you, too.
I mean, if we're going to be honest about it, we're responsible for what happens. Because at the end of the day, we're the ones that's going to get pregnant. We're the ones that's got to carry these babies and or don't want and get rid of them. Protect yourself.
Yeah, and
Right.
then it still get tricky. Like you got some women, that bodies is just not up to having babies. No, they
Right.
had the baby. The doctor told you. In some cases, doctor told you, well, I think this should be your last baby because this reason or that reason, your uterus or this. Then there's something like that. I understand, but at the same time, it's going back to square one. If you knew that, why did you sit your ass and lay your ass in the bed and know you was gonna take a chance of getting pregnant? Now, was you intoxicated? No, saying that's not an excuse. If you're a freak, just because you're a freak, when you get intoxicated, then you should know. Most likely, I might get pregnant. So it's like I said, it's a tricky situation. But I'm totally against abortions, unless if you're a child. We need better. That's why we need better parenting, y'all. We need better. We need our parents to watch our little daughters. Man, we got daughters. We need y'all to watch our daughters close. Stop letting them go out to these parties and stuff that you know there's gonna be a lot of little boys that just can't wait to stick their thing inside one of these little kids. Stop letting them go to these parties that you know. Have better control of your kids. I know some of these kids are out of control where they don't listen. And where they don't listen, though, that's a situation that if they don't listen, they 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, they're not listening to their parents, they go out there, get pregnant, it's on them. And at that case, abortion should not be activated towards them. Make them have that baby and understand. No, because when it all come down to it, it's still the baby. It's still the innocent life. So, but as far as the women that's out there getting raped, I think the law should have allowed. Who's this? True now. Okay, you back. Okay, I think the law should have somewhat.
I'm sorry, my dang phone got these ads popping up and cut me out, but I had to get back in.
Yeah, so no, that's cool. So I think the law should some type of have allowed some type of abortion. I won't say. I don't know why I won't even say abortion. I'll just say this: if you was raped or something, and you know you was, and I think once you if you call the police and report it or something like that, or if you know that you was raped, go get that Plan B pill. No, go get it. Go get the Plan B pill. Don't wait till you get 6 months. Like I got raped and I gotta have this baby now. And they say, no, that's it's other options before that baby even conceived. Then just go get the Plan B. Go get the Plan B. Stop all that. Now that's a sense of abortion. Now I don't think it's really a sense of abortion because at this point you don't know if you're pregnant or not. You just taking a chance. Plan B. But for what I understand, they finna limit to the Plan Bs to 3 Plan Bs. I don't know if that's in a month or a year. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they limit to the Plan B because it's a high demand for the Plan Bs right now. So when it comes to Plan B, I say get a Plan B.
But at least they have that option. Like when me and your wife went through it, there was no options. It was either this or that.
Yep. It was
either. So if they got the Plan B, man, the baby's not fully formed. It's just conceived. It ain't growing, so it's not like killing a child. It's preventing you from having something you don't want. Back then, we were stuck. Like you don't even know you was pregnant until at least 6 weeks. Before you feel anything, before your period stops. So we 6 weeks into it before we even realize, oh shit.
Wow, exactly.
So, y'all, they got they trying to work with them. They just got to work with the system.
And what I understand is now, it used to be 4 months. You could get abortion after 4 months or something like that. Now it's like 6 weeks now, 9 weeks or something like that. It's like 6 weeks. If you more than 6 weeks, you can't get abortion. Well, I mean, you can't get it at all. Actually, what I'm talking about.
But back then, because after 6 weeks, it's like kind of like somewhat of a seed. I guess what they call like in the damn it, the babies are forming, but they're not fully formed yet. Right, 4 months. I think by 2 months the baby should be probably fully formed. So it's tricky.
That's true.
It's really tricky.
Let me see. Can I find this other video on it? Let me see. Where was it? Is it this one? I think it's this one. Oh my God! Did I down? Hold on. Let me. Know what I could do? Just this is what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna re-download the thing on.
But you know something, T Smooth, even with the rape thing, with the abortion, it still messes with you because it's like, okay, I got raped and I got pregnant, I don't want the baby, but at the end of the day, you still have to stop and think, I took a life, you know? And I'm the type, you know, when you're the type that's against the abortion and you forced to have one, it's like a double mental situation you got to bring yourself up out of, because it does bother you. Like you say, like, damn, this is my first, my thought was, damn, was this how I was supposed to have my first child?
Yeah, see, that's, yeah, see, and that's,
And then it's like the violent way that it came to be. Now it's like, no, I don't want to relive this because of it. So it's like, damn, look how I had my first child, but damn, look what I did. I took a life. It's a lot to it. But I can honestly say, I believe that for every woman that have an abortion, oh yes, they going through it. They go through some type of mental something. They can't say, well, sure, I got rid of that baby. You going through it. Whether you speaking on it or not, your mind is messed up because you know you just took a life. And what you say in the Bible say, thou shalt not kill no matter what the fuck it is. There ain't no stipulations on that.
it ain't. Thou shalt not
So,
kill.
you know, you still go through a mental battle with yourself, whether you believe in abortion or not, because you know deep in your heart and your soul, you killed a human being, whether it's a baby or not. So it's the
Training. Let me just show this. Let me just show you the procedures of what people doing. Give me a second.
All right.
Fast forward the song because
between 1 and 200.
Okay, here we go.
4 weeks of pregnancy after the patient is given a general anesthetic.
So we can hear what you're talking about on that part.
So I know about the technique. I am going to describe a second trimester surgical abortion. This procedure is called dilatation and evacuation. It is performed between usually 13 to 14 weeks and 24 weeks of pregnancy. After the patient is given a general anesthetic, the abortionist uses a weighted speculum, one like this, that opens the vagina widely. A late-term abortion requires that the cervix be prepared for 1 to 2 days in advance with either drugs or laminaria. Laminaria is a type of sterilized seaweed that absorbs water over 8 to 12 hours and swells to several times its original diameter. Once the laminaria is removed, the cervix will be further dilated using metal dilators, graduated metal dilators. Once the cervix is stretched open, a suction tube is placed inside the womb. This is connected to a suction apparatus similar to a vacuum cleaner but more powerful. The size of a 20-week baby is the size of the length of my hand from the head to the rump, not including the feet. The average baby at this gestation will weigh 500 grams. The suction machine will remove from around the baby the pale yellow amniotic fluid that has been surrounding and protecting the baby. Now, with babies this big, they won't fit through a suction catheter. The baby's bones and skull are quite strong. They cannot be torn apart by the suction alone. The instrument used to carry out the termination of pregnancy is a forceps, a grasping forceps. It is a metal high-quality instrument, 13 inches or so in length. The active end of the instrument is about 2.5 inches in length, and it has teeth within the instrument which, when it grasps a structure, will not let it go easily. The abortionist uses this clamp to grasp an arm or a leg. Once he has a firm grip, the abortionist pulls hard in order to tear the limb from the body of the baby.
All right.
One by one, the rest of the limbs are removed.
I don't want to watch no more of that shit. That's crazy.
Ooh, Jesus. Look, at least they got it in that form. They showed us a real, actual, like, man, baby. That look.
God, man, did you just see that stuff? The way they pulled that baby leg off, man.
Yes.
But this is what y'all want. This is what people want. They want the abortion clinics to fix they mistake, what they call a mistake. No, they want y'all to turn. They want them to turn that around. Like, you know what? I want to be able to do that. Now I'm not knocking. Now everybody got their own personal reasons. Some got their personal reasons. I don't got no time to be sitting in the house with the baby. I got to go out to party.
You should have thought about that before you open your legs unprotected. Shit.
And that's the reason why you got pregnant, because you was out there partying, maybe in some cases out there partying and decide, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take this nigga home. But he gets pregnant. But now
I'm going home with him.
Yeah, I'm going home with him. He good.
He came home with a baby.
He look good. Now you're pregnant, and you don't know who the damn baby father is. Now you don't want the baby. Come on now, or you know who the baby father is. You don't like him because of whatever. This nigga ain't nothing, or the nigga don't got enough money as a bank account, so you don't want. Now he ain't gonna be take no whatever the reason.
I wasn't trying to get pregnant. You wasn't trying not to either.
Women have a lot of different reasons of why they want to abort a baby, other than the right reason. You taking the baby life. Now, like I said, in the case, I'm with y'all, and I'm with y'all, and I'm not with y'all. I'm with the simple fact that no one should control your body. It's your body. But at the same time, you don't want nobody to control your body, but you're not controlling your body to not get pregnant.
They're not being responsible and protecting.
Not being responsible enough to not get pregnant. Don't put yourself in a position. If you think you're gonna get pregnant, don't have sex. They got this new thing called a rose, y'all. Go get the rose. And I seen it. I seen it on somebody in action on YouTube. YouTube in action just to see how the shit was. The shit is crazy. This stuff is crazy. So go get the rose if you want it, whatever. Maybe like whatever your reason is.
They have what I call toy stores. It's one on 61st and fucking King Drive. What they call it? What's the name of it? They got toy stores. They got every type of size toy that you need. They even got the torso, so you can hug. Stop playing.
You was double up on the condom if you got to. Tell the nigga he might not can't feel it once he double up. But if you just in for pleasure, just go, hey. Call
like
you,
baby, look.
Call you a gigolo. I guarantee you a gigolo.
But baby, you can get these hands raw.
I guarantee you.
These raw hands with a little lube all day long. But if you talking about going to the K, baby, you got to strap up. So no KD for you.
They trade in. I guarantee the male prostitute ain't gonna get them pregnant.
Hell no.
Go get you a male prostitute. He gonna double up. He don't care about not feeling because he in there to pleasure you. Give him $120, whatever it is, and go and get your sex home.
So, hey, they all up and down hostage. Every day, a real female cannot walk down hostage without being accosted because they used to the men, women out there. They all up and down there. Let me get you one.
They got male escort services. No, they got male. It's 1,000 ways to not get pregnant, but if you
them the ones that definitely ain't trying, because I get paid to please you, baby. I ain't trying to drop no kids on you.
I ain't trying to drop no kids. So it's a lot of ways. So, but y'all women know y'all see these guys and these dudes ain't gonna. Some dudes out here bogus. They be trying to lock these females up. They be trying their best to lock them up. I know a nigga that got 20 kids.
Oh shit, my brother, I ain't gonna say his name. That man just made his 20th child. Say he wanted 20 kids. So he can write a book called The 20 Walks of Life. I say, you ready for that book? To my when you gonna get to writing? Because that man he literally have 20 kids, and he's purposely set out to have these kids.
And that's crazy. And I do understand the women though. Some of these niggas ain't nothing. You might these niggas some of these dudes ain't nothing, but some of these females ain't nothing.
Some of these females getting pregnant by these niggas thinking, oh, I got his baby, and then when you realize, he still don't want you. You was just a plaything. Now you want to kill the baby. No.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, like I said, I'm with it. I'm with the decision that the Supreme Court made. But it's to me. It's
I'm with it with how you say with the stipulation to it. But as far as
the rape and stuff like
I'm
that,
not. But I'm just like no.
The little kids in the hotel, those little kids. No, so I ain't gonna blame it on the parent, but sometimes it could be blamed on the parent. If you ain't watching your baby for some reason, she out there doing her thing. I know they say, you know what, just know where your child at. No, nowadays you gotta change.
You gotta know who's in the building that child is with, man.
No, you don't. So sometimes you don't gotta worry about your baby getting pregnant, right, Trey? Sometimes these little girls could come up missing. You know, they sell them. Especially with black kids, they are kidnapping the kids and selling them for body parts.
Yes, they are body parts, sex rings, all type of little stuff going on with these kids.
They're doing all type of different things. So, but know what your kids say, because when it comes to a little 13, 13-year-old, that's tough.
If one of my daughters had a child at that age, I would be disappointed as hell. But I would raise that child. Why? Because how the hell you gonna raise a kid and you still a kid? I'm gonna be mama for now. This baby gonna know you mama, that I'm grandma, but I'm gonna have to raise this child because you can't properly raise this child. So now I would have ended up raising my child and my grandchild. But that's the type of parent I am and what I would have been, because I would have felt like somewhere and I slipped up. If my child is 13 and she's pregnant, I messed up somewhere, I missed a class or something, you know, or I was watching my child, but I wasn't paying enough attention, you know, so it would be on me. I would actually feel it would be on me, because you got a 13-year-old that's pregnant now. So you finna raise this child and raise this grandbaby too, because this baby is not going to be able to raise this child.
That's true.
You know, it's just crazy. I would have to, the parents would have to be fully supportive of this baby with this baby.
Yeah, that's
No.
true. And let me get a little religion.
Damn it, stop it.
Let me get a little religion on y'all for a second. So if y'all believe in the Holy Bible, which I do, I'm not finna force this on nobody that believe it, but
I read it and I pray. I don't read it as often as I'm supposed to, but I pray an awful lot.
Right. So I believe in the Holy Bible. So and it's something in the Bible to say about birth, about no, we're gonna go back to Adam and Eve, you know. And I ain't for blaming on women, but I'm gonna blame it on Eve.
Because I said, look, let's not go there, because I have to get you. And we're on the same team.
I'm gonna blame it on Eve. Just happened to be a woman that didn't listen to this, that listened to the serpent, that didn't listen to God when He told her not to eat the fruit from the bed. Now everybody say the apple from the tree. It don't say, it said the forbidden fruit. It don't say which fruit it was. And it also didn't say there was a snake. It also didn't say there was a snake. It was a serpent, which is not a snake. So anyway, I'm gonna say this. Thanks to Eve, that women have to bear the pain of birth for 9 months. So people say when you get pregnant, yeah, the pain that you go through, the getting in bed, all that stuff. Just because Eve didn't listen, God said, I'm gonna curse you with the bear the pain of birth to a baby, but the gift from a baby is what do you say? How I said? But the birth of a baby is a gift from God.
Something like that.
Yeah, but the birth of a baby is a gift of God. But just going through the 9 months, that's why God had you go through 9 months of nothing. It started off easy, but then you get around 5-6 months, baby start kicking, and then 8 months is your stomach all this big, and you got pressure. You got pressure, you got all this stuff going on. So that thanks to Eve for not listening to God when He told her not to eat for the forbidden tree, to eat the forbidden fruit from the tree.
I believe that He didn't want I believe the tree was the tree of like knowledge. We're only supposed to know so much during different points of times in our life. That's why we're not supposed to do the fortune tellers and the card readers, because you're not supposed to know your future. From what I understand of it. So you ate from the tree of knowledge. You knew too, motherfucker. You just smart ass. You're smart ass when you ate off that tree. Now look at what you got for your trouble.
Hey, hold on, Trey. We got a legend coming in here. I'm just gonna let her come in. Let's go.
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Hey,
how y'all doing?
No, touching this abortion topic that I wanted to feed on.
Your opinion, your opinion is valued and important too.
I didn't know y'all was talking about that. I was just, trying to chime in. I ain't know y'all. Oh.
But you know, you chime in because it's like we want to know what, you know, because it's a situation that's going on right now. They didn't cut that law, and everybody everywhere they protesting, but you know we don't get to hear you all.
You talking about? Are you all talking about the abortion laws that has been passed?
Correct.
Right.
And what were you all saying about it?
It's just like giving like opinions. Like me being a female, I can identify on both ends. Whether pro-life, you don't kill, because I really don't believe in abortion, but due to certain situations, it, like he say, if a female is raped, you know, they would want to have that child. But there are actually women that have been raped that raised these children, but these children didn't get love because of how they were brought into the world. It's like,
I got it. I got it. No, I got it. I got what you said. I mean, I got it to the fullest extent. I promise to God. I was in Texas the other day, and my cousin couldn't leave this subject alone. Like I did everything in the world to try to manipulate the conversation and change it and things like that there. So we can talk about something that was happy instead of intervening with things that was saddening or you know, certain things need to be talked about, and sometimes things don't. You know, yes, if a female was impregnated against her will, I can understand if she didn't want to bear that child or something of that nature, and I can understand if she bared a child and had a hard time loving it. Like I can understand, but in the same such, you know, in the same such, it's more pregnant by conceivable sex than it is rape sex. Most babies are getting made from, I'll say, uneducated sexual children. Like I once was. I had a kid when I was 16 years old, 2 of them. And I didn't know how to be a father. I didn't know how to change a pamper. I didn't know how to put certain ounces of milk in the bottle, but I loved my children. And that's what matters. If you love or not. But to keep topicking about fetus murder, it's so damn cringing that it can be a topic to constantly talk about, knowing that it's safe sex, you know, because it jumps completely from people fucking and making kids every day and not knowing who the fuck their kids by, or this is an ongoing thing. Thousands of years people been having sex. Before they knew how to abort, it was goddamn babies being made. You know, 1 night stands, 3-year stands. Let's just fucking make a baby. You know, this is the way of the world, and we can preach, we can protest, we can march, we can bitch, argue, talk about it constantly until people decide to be more careful in their way, sex and sexuality, with protected sex or removing what it takes to have children. We're gonna have an overpopulated world. We will keep making kids. God made man and woman to procreate, to make children. So it's okay to have kids. You're supposed to do it. You are supposed to make children. You ain't supposed to steal sex and make kids. You're not supposed to rape children or rape women. So please don't, get me misunderstood. Anybody who's on looking and watching, please don't get me misunderstood. No one deserves to be taken and made pregnant, but let's speak about the real issue. The real issue is people like to have sex, and they do it over and over and over and over again. I want some now. I want to do it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, we are sexual creatures, the men and women. Some women like sex more than others. Some women are spicy with it. You know what I'm saying? They could enjoy having multiple partners, or some women spicy or laid back or got a low libido state and really some time with it. I'll take a little bit, maybe twice a week for about 10 minutes or so, and I'm good. Some chicks want 1,000 hours and 1,000,000 orgasms. You know what I'm saying? Some guys got high libido and vicious sex drives and can sleep with 10 and 15 women a week. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody asked to be born. Everybody came here with some in them from the person of the yesteryear, which started 28,000 years ago. People don't know nothing about themselves and the inside of their mind and inside of their hearts. Now, remember that I said I really hate and despise rapists and molesters and things. Remember, I said that. I hate it. I hate anybody to be taken and made to be pregnant. But is this a conversation for us that's not doing that? Is this a conversation for us that's not getting abortion and not? Is this a conversation for us? No, we're not aborting kids. We haven't. Or if we did, are you repenting for it? Are you sorry you done it? Were we raped and made pregnant? No. You know what I'm saying? Did we rape and make people pregnant? No. This is not a conversation for us. You know what I'm saying? Our black people. It's not a conversation for us. It's a conversation for those people who wants to subdue us because we can outpopulate. You understand what I'm saying? We can make more kids than other nationalities.
Yeah.
We can keep having kids. Yeah. Brown people can make kids. Mexicans can have millions of kids. Puerto Ricans can have kids. Arabs can have kids. You did. Chinese people get slotted. Nope, you can have one, and if it come out a girl, then you can have a boy. But that's it.
Yeah, like have some type of control over it.
It's all about control.
Yep.
You never seen a Chinese person with 9 kids.
You never really.
You dig what I'm saying? But you see white people with 13 and 14, 16 kids with polygamous families and everything.
Ooh,
my auntie had 29 goddamn kids by one man.
Damn.
And my great uncle had 8 kids by another lady. 29 with her and 8 with another lady. Everybody loved each other. Everybody honored their brother and sisterism. You did? Right. So, I think that we really need to have conversations on responsibilities.
Responsibilities. Right. That's it.
That's the whole
That's
thing.
what we need to have conversations on. Being responsible, being aware, being safe, being protecting our women for these type of things not to take place, like things like the hideous word rape. I hate even saying it. I hate even saying the word abortion. I hate to say the word. It disgusts me. We need to be speaking on things that uplift people, that make you proud, not shit that piss you off. Shouldn't be conversations to piss people off. We should be talking about us black people bonding together and getting together and having black parades through the street. Like, you see how proud the pride people are, the LBGT, the alphabet community, you know. You can see how proud they is and how they have parades every year, and they put rainbows all over the skyscrapers and shit and make everything fantastic about the LGBT, the alphabet community. And then you got us, just the black folk, you know, just us black people, just us black people. You have us. We don't have no goddamn prides. We don't got no parades. We don't have shit painted red, black, green all over the goddamn country. It ain't goddamn it big goddamn it marathons and shit going through the street and shutting down the block with floats and motherfuckers throwing dashikis and beads and shit everywhere with kufus on and sheets. Ain't nobody dressing in dashikis and going to full heritage and speaking in Swahili or Wolof or Nigerian. Or Zimbabwean or Mozambian. We don't even know none of our own goddamn self. And we worry about all this other shit. We don't know who the fuck we are. Dig into who we are. Talk about that shit. Talk about African pride. Talk about uplifting the community in pride, black pride, and prestige and care. All the other shit that ain't important is most talked about. We ain't talking about, let's start talking about positive shit for black people every day. Fuck what's going wrong. Let's talk about what's going right. Let's talk about how to get shit right. Because all that we dwell on is wrong. That's all gonna sit in our soul. That's all on our mind every day is what's bad happening. We need motherfuckers to uplift every day. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad you got this podcast. And every time you come on here, and it's a topic about something that's heart hurting, like this abortion stuff y'all talking about, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna change it to positivity. Every time. I'm gonna try to come in and I'm gonna talk about all things that's good. You know what I'm saying? Like our up and coming black millionaires. You dig what I'm saying? All these smart kids that graduated from college all around the world. Millions of kids. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, that's more important than abortion.
Yeah.
That's more important than any of that other shit. Black royalty. Kings and queens. No bitches and hoes. No pussy motherfuckers. No punk ass nigga. You dig? Kings and queens. Princes and princesses. You dig?
Yes.
Builders. You dig what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Smartness. That's what we need to be talking about. Black scientists, black archaeologists. You know what I'm saying? Black. That's all the fuck need to be coming out of our mouth. Black power, black this. Black that, black this. If we keep talking about the bad shit, the good shit will never get a chance to win. It'll never even get a chance to come in because it's coming out of our mouth. It's powers in words. It's powers in the speak. It's power in the tongue. Speak positivity and we can goddamn it win somewhere. We keep speaking about shit that's bad. The devil happy watching us talk about that type of shit.
I really believe
fuck the devil.
I really believe they passed us off so they could get into our motherfucking skin.
You already know everything they do is against us.
Yeah. Everything it is against mankind. It ain't just us. It's mankind. Arm, legs, arm, head.
Yeah,
the human being.
Say that shit.
It's about us. It's about everybody that's alive. You dig what I'm saying? The human race.
That's what I'm saying.
You dig?
To do is that you can't control the fucking world. You're just not gonna be able to.
Forgive me for my damn sin. Yeah, y'all said that. Y'all rapped about it. Y'all spoke about it already.
The world can be controlled, but humans also can be controlled.
Yeah.
Because one thing could get set forth and be the main topic for 15 motherfucking years.
True that. True
Like we could literally leave certain shit alone. Like, oh well, that shit happened. Let's go on to the front. Let's move forward and try to do this here, man. You did. Donald Trump tried to build a wall around the Mexicans. He never completed it.
Never completed it.
Nope.
He never completed it.
Wow.
And the Mexicans are still doing what?
The same shit.
Coming across the goddamn border.
Yeah. They're trying to come over.
If they would have built the wall, they still would have gotten this motherfucker.
They was either gonna climb over or tunnel underneath it. Either way, they were still gonna come.
Anybody with the darker shade gonna be considered evil. We gonna be considered bad. Remember, we wasn't even human at one motherfucking point.
Yeah.
Think about those things. Think about those things. Think about not being considered fucking human compared to apes. Think of that. Think of the people who've been whipped and beat the shit out of for years and years and years and years and years, and we still ain't overcame a motherfucking thing. These are the topics we need to speak on. Abortion and all that shit there, that ain't important to us. You ain't get raped, I ain't get raped. Rape thing happened to us. We ain't being desensitized towards the people that have been done something horrible to, because it's horrible to do anything to someone like that there. But for those of us that haven't experienced this, let's uplift the ones that been hurt this way and strengthen them and help them see forth and get past that evil shit that happened to them. Not keep embelling it in their motherfucking head over and over and over, showing it to them on TV, talking about it on podcasts, all out in the street in conversation. Every goddamn thing got to keep getting mentioned about this horrible shit. That's tainting the good spirit. That's ruining the happy. That's killing the laugh. I want to smile when I hear y'all black people talk. I want to come on y'all shows and look at y'all talking about shit positive and uplifting people. This conversation right here hurt my feelings listening to y'all talking about, because I know him. I don't know you, but I know him. And he a great, supernatural good person. And you sound like a great person while you speaking, because you don't speak with ignorance. You dig? So
Walker Rufus, that's Trey Dan.
I don't want y'all talking about this stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with us. This the government. This ain't got shit to do with us. You dig what I'm saying? We struggled enough as the black people on our own. We from Chicago. You know this shit hard. You dig? North, south, east, west, suburb. I don't even fuck where you was at. You in Illinois, this shit tripped out.
Indeed.
We got way more shit to be talking about. We need to be saying something about these fucking guns shooting 5-month-old babies in the motherfucking forehead. God damn it. We need to be talking about motherfuckers getting killed in nightclubs, shot up in fucking grocery stores, murdered at school. Fuck abortion. Fuck abortion talk. No disrespect to anybody who was forced to have children, because I sympathize with you. But these are horrible conversations. Horrible. And if we could get to the light with some of this madness that's going on in our former neighborhoods, you know, because, you know, people keep moving around trying to get to the peace, but there ain't no peace nowhere. You can't leave town and get it. You can't, goddamn it, go to space and get it. You can't get it. How the fuck you think you're going to have a pleasant life when the Lord got crucified on earth? How the fuck you going to do it good? How you going to have a clean slate through life and the Lord got persecuted in front of his mother? Whipped to death, pierced lungs, stabbed, murdered in front of his people. But we expect to get it good. Man, get the fuck out of here. Motherfuckers better look at the real issue. You dig what I'm saying? You expect to have a better life than the Lord? And he rolled out for us because we don't know why the fuck we do the dumb shit we do. You know that's right.
Yeah.
Forgive them for they not know what they do. We are them.
True. Do that.
Yeah, we the motherfuckers he died for. But we expect to have a better life than him. The fuck out of here. We ain't got no powers and none of that shit.
Your point. You hit it with that one. How we expect to have a better life than him, and he died for us because we didn't know what the fuck we was doing.
Hey!
I'm glad I heard that come out your mouth, because I honestly, in all my years, as grown as I am, I never looked at it that way. But I heard that. I never looked at it like that. I looked at it different, but I never looked at it like that. How I'm gonna have a good life, and this man died trying to have a good life, but he died. They, like you say, they murdered this man in front of his people and his own mother. We expect him to have the best life. How? When he didn't.
And he could have stopped it at any given moment. He could have just said, no, I don't want this to happen. He could have made the whole city go blind like he did in Sodom and Gomorrah when he was trying to save Lot and them and the people that was trying to, that believed in God, he was trying to bring out of Sodom. You did? He could have been that person. He could have made all the people who was trying to crucify him right then go blind. Or he could have obliterated them. But no. He wanted you to see sadness. He wanted you to see pain. He wanted you to see destructive things so you can care.
He told the other guy.
Yeah, the devil just cut me off. He didn't want me to say nothing else.
That's all right, but you saying it anyway, because he know I needed. The Lord know I needed to hear it. I get my message through all from him.
He told the guy on the left that he was going to deny him at the cross before he denied him, man. So, man, he could have did anything he wanted to do. He could have stopped that. But
he drowned the Pharaoh and his whole army.
Code is froze. I think he had a phone call to come in. Yeah, he had a phone call to come in. So that's why it froze. But yeah, y'all had I agree with Cohart 100% as far as the type of topic, but if anybody know me, I hit on everything I possibly could hit on. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no type of way. Like I know I'm just speaking of my opinion, I'm just speaking of my opinion, My opinion is my word, I believe it was good and it was bad. The bad part is,
we still got to deal with the decision the government has made.
Still got the decision. He killed he allowed people not to do abortion. He allowed people not to murder kids. I'm with that. But then at the same time, the women that's raped and stuff like that, I sympathize with them too. I feel their pain. I feel it. Now they forced to have
But I think it's good that we get some men perspective on it too, because not all men think the same. Like he said, he was young as hell. He ain't know nothing about no kids, but he loved his babies.
Yeah, that's one thing about Cohart, man. He definitely be hitting some key points, man.
Man,
the man always. This ain't the first live that he came on where the topic wasn't really that good. I mean, this topic is good. Don't get me wrong. This ain't the first live he came in. He'll speak his opinion. And he be on point with it. And like you said, we do need more positive stuff, positive conversation to talk about. But right now, the only reason I'm on this subject because I like talking on these type of subjects, and this is the most trending subject right now.
Yeah, the recent that the world is talking about.
Yeah. And me personally, I like debate. I like debate. I used to do debating all the time.
I'm calling them. I'm calling people. I'm talking to my daughter. I'm messing with my daughter right now.
Okay, yeah, I love debates. I love the conversations that people scared to have. I love to have the conversations people scared to have or don't want to have because they think it's gonna cause a day. I'm up for it. That's why I said, hey, I'm finna make a lot of people mad. You remember I said that?
But it has to be discussed because if you didn't bring it up and discuss, somebody else was going. It's gonna be discussed regardless.
Discussed it, right? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be brought up. But this is like me personally, like everything cold hard, man. That man never led me wrong on man. I can't even begin to talk about all the stuff that we done talked about. He done helped me out of different situations I was in. Lost my wife, lost my son, you know, lost my son and my wife afterwards. He done helped me out with so much stuff, man, that made my frown turn upside right side up to a smile.
Down to a smile.
Knowledge, that's my brother, man. That's my cousin. So I definitely listen to everything and take heed of everything he say. He haven't led me wrong so far. But on this subject, though, you know, he also know that I'm a cold-hearted gonna say, well, he already probably saying, well, T Smooth still gonna talk about it.
Right.
He already know me. If that's what he said right now, he said, but I respect this. I respect everything he say because he just made a whole lot of good points. And the points he just made is the point that we all need to get to. We need to talk about more happy stuff. We need to talk about our community. Talk about
what's going on, the positive
stuff. Because the government did this for a reason. They know what the hell they was doing. They know it's gonna be riots.
Whatever the hell they getting ready to do, this is taking our attention off of what they did. Because every time they get a subject like this, I notice it's some underlying bullshit. They need to keep us focused on this abortion because they got some other shit in the works.
Oh no,
if it ain't in the works, if they ain't already got it done, it's coming. But this is to keep our attention.
Just like the COVID-19, you know, it was a real disease, but they didn't want to put the disease out. They didn't want to put the COVID-19 out. But how they get rid of COVID-19? This war that's going on, this war that's going on.
It's like they always throwing some bullshit to keep you focused on, because now they got to slash some more shit up on us. So we got to keep them focused so they don't see us slide it in. Then the next thing you know, bam, here's the COVID. Bam, here's this war. Now, bam, here's this abortion law. What's next?
So with this abortion law, we already know that the people that they stand outside the abortion clinics, they the one that pushed this law. They the one for years.
The ones that's pro-life.
Yeah, they're pro-life. They the one for years and years and years and years been fighting this abortion. This been going on for decades. Of this abortion. This ain't just pop up out of the Whitworth. This been going on. They've been protesting. They've been going.
Oh yeah, remember they was bombing abortion clinics and shit.
They got high-profile lawyers on this to try to pass this law. So they finally got the attention they wanted, and they finally got the decision they wanted. So it's not so much all the government, because the government against it. The government wants from the past. Like I told you, it was something that this guy that I met at this security job I was doing. He said, and he know he was on point. He had the document number that this law said if they would never pass this law, that it was something that would allow women to kill their baby 28 days after the baby was
like
a couple of days under a month.
I'm trying to think how. So it's like basically them passing this law stops what you were saying. See, we didn't know about the underlying, that the guy that you talked to is how you found out what would see. That was a hit. That was I consider that like a hidden agenda to a degree. Well, if we pass this here, then they can do that. But somebody found out what the hidden agenda was. So it's no. Because see, if we let them do this, this is what the fuck they really want. It's better if we allow you to have abortions. Oh shit, go on and have a baby because what you say, 28 days after it's born, you can kill it anyway.
It was something in the law that would allow to kill their baby up to 28 days without any lawful consequences.
So it's like I could kill the baby in me. Oh no, I could kill the baby in me, but you can kill it when it come out too. No, I don't know. That's just.
But don't quote me on that. That's something he seemed like we was talking about. He was talking about everything that was making a lot of sense. He had the law document number that carry. So I'm gonna look it up. So I'm not gonna confirm that was true. I'm gonna look it up myself. I'm gonna Google search the shit out of Google, and I'm gonna find out was that one of the things that they would allow if they would have denied this thing. So we're gonna.
I'll tell you like this here. My youngest son, he's really into world stuff. He does a lot of research. If that man say that documentation is out there, you're gonna find it. My son could probably find it for you if you let him know what you're looking for, because he's really deep into the government bullshit, and he find documentation that people. I'm not that literate as far as online and searching for stuff. If the paperwork is out there, you're gonna find it.
Yeah, it's out there.
You're definitely gonna find it.
Hold on one second. Let me type on something. I'm gonna type something in real quick. Just something straight to the point. Let's see. Hold on. All right, let me see. It said representing 107-186 born alive infants. Let me see what they say. Okay, it said okay, represent Born Alive Infant Protection Act of Born Alive Infants Protection Act 2001. Okay, what it's in category. Okay, that's not it. I'm gonna look it up because I don't want to be trying to say here down.
So you don't want to misquote it or whatever, but it's definitely, I would say it's got to be some validity to it, because if this is a person that's really into doing this research, then I would honestly believe that you probably just got to do a little digging, but I'm sure you'll find it.
Yeah, I think I might find, but it say okay, Born Alive Infants Protection Act of 2002 report as general. Okay, let me see this. This might be it. Okay, it'd be so much stuff. We read this stuff. Okay. All right, I'll read. I'm gonna find about it later. Then I'm gonna see. But anyway, go. What this is? I think this is a topic. No, I don't think this topic caused no harm. I'm not. No, like I said, I'm not taking sides. Like, cause I'm with it and I'm not with it with the abortion thing. I'm against abortions because I love babies. I love kids, and I wasn't aborted. And if you listen to me, you wasn't aborted. So how is that fair for somebody else to be another child to be aborted and not have the same chance that you got at life? How is that fair? Just because of a decision you made not to protect up or whatever your reason is, other than being raped and shit like that, then I understand I definitely understand. I'm with you. It's bogus that they could force you to have a baby that you didn't want, or that was forced upon you. That is a different situation. So it's a tough situation across the world. I'm not picking sides. Even if the abortion didn't, if it didn't pass, if that's what you did, that's what you did. No, if you did it for no reason because you just don't want a baby, anywhere it go, that's you and God. That's between you and God.
Deal with that with God on your own.
You deal with God. Whatever God decision, that's your decision. That's between you and God. I have no judgment over that. Trey Dan have no judgment over that. Kohar have no judgment.
Trust and believe, baby. I still talk to the Lord about that. He know how I feel, but the thing of it is, with the situation, it doesn't change the fact of the fact of how it happened. Doesn't change the fact that I still battle with that demon because I took a life.
Yeah, and it happens. No,
like the fact of how it came. I knew that I wouldn't love that child. I knew it. I just knew I wouldn't. I was young, but it still don't change the fact I knew because how do you look at a child? But I felt like with my luck, this baby gonna look just like the man that attacked me. So, but I still deal with it. I still have to pray to him. I still,
and that's Trey Man, that's the
thing.
That's the part that, look, you didn't ask for the baby. It was.
Oh, no.
So
I'm just saying, it's like
the feelings behind it is that you still feel like you did something wrong, even though it was forced upon you. But see that's what tough at.
It's not so much as that the feeling of doing wrong. It's just it's just the thing of the situation itself I took a life that could have been here, but because of the fact that I knew, I'm okay now, but it's still, like I said, I would wonder if I hadn't had my first daughter, all that I would be missing. I still think about, well, damn, if it had happened a different way, I wonder what this, I think of the good, happy, damn, that kid could have been this by now. That kid would have been that by now. But due to the fact of how it came to be and what decision I chose to make, I get my little pen stick every now and then. Every now and then. I got baby fever like a motherfucker. I actually still want one more child because of that one. Like my daughter, Ma, you too old. Shut the hell up. That's how I keep myself from just going back into the dark place that I was around that time. But yeah, it's something to deal with.
Right, and that's true. In these type of subjects, we'll bring up them dark, and that's what Cole was saying. And that's what Cole was saying. Let's talk about something positive. But even though we talked about it enough, and we know what it is. But that's one of the points that Cole Harvey is bringing. The reason he's bringing it up. Let's talk about something positive. It's gonna this type of conversation will bring some people that's probably listening. Like they probably start thinking about, man, I did that. Now I'm feeling bad. So the thing is to stay positive. Let's talk about something positive.
The thing is, if they have children now, you look at that, because I look at these grown children of mine, and it's like, with each one of them, there's a certain amount of pride I have, because look at you, all right, well, look at, okay. I wasn't a perfect parent, but I see what some of my teachings is while I was raising them. They listen, because they all on, they on their shit. It's a struggle for everybody to get on, what they want in life, but they doing it. So I have a lot of pride.
Trey Dan, hold on. We about to get beat up, Joe. Hold on.
Who's gonna get beat up? Me?
Both of us.
Oh.
Hey, listen, man.
I came with the happy part, the 4 children, the grandbabies. I came with the positive to end up, it's a positive in that. I got 4 kids and all these grandbabies.
Hey, son. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. My phone had cut off on y'all. I apologize. And I also want to say this too, to people that's sensitive about this situation. If I offended anybody in any kind of way, I apologize. It wasn't my intent. I'm just I'm animated about positivity. You know what I'm saying? And I also feel like no woman should not have to fight for the right to decide what she want to do with her body or anything in that nature. So let me make that clear. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. To the point I was trying to make is ain't none of that shit our business. If somebody pregnant and want to get rid of their kid, we ain't got shit to do with that. We don't know nothing about it. We don't even know you're pregnant. It ain't our business. You know what I'm saying? If you want to commit murder, you can. I mean, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't on nobody else. It's on you. It's not our business. We can't speak on it. And whatever a grown lady want to do with herself, she should be entitled to, because we were given choice by the Lord.
Yeah.
So we was given choice. You could choose to do it or you could choose not to do it. We was given choice by the Lord.
Yeah, it's just a consequence. You gotta deal with, like I just said, like if you decide to do that, that's between you and God. And you know how God feels about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's between you and God. That's the only people that can judge you is God.
And the big ups to God for giving us choice. Because I choose not to intervene with any of that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? I choose not to have conversations about it. I choose to be happy, smile, and make people feel good every day when I can. I choose to put people in good places. I talked to some of my friends today. They were saying they needed jobs. I was saying, well, you believe in God? Yeah, I believe in God. Well, say you're going to get a job instead of you trying to get one. You did. Yeah. Quit saying what you're trying to do and say, I'm finna go do this, because God gave you the choice. And he gave you the power. And he wake you up every day.
That's one thing that's facts about Cole, Trayden. Like through the situation, my situation I was going through, man. I was like, man, Joe, I can't do this. I can't do this. He said, man, watch this. He said, Groovy, 2022, you ain't even had nothing but work. What happened, Cole? We've been working. We had nothing but work. He said, believe in God. God got your back, man. I swear, man. Jobs are coming in left and right. Hey, Smooth, so and so needs you to work at this pop-up shop. No, this how much you gonna pay? What?
I'm gonna show you how cold-blooded God is. We'll be riding outside, don't nobody got no money. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. And that will come up. Damn, I ain't got no money, man. I said, when we need it. Ain't your bills paid? Yeah, I've been there. Your water running? Yep. The lights on? Okay. Yeah. You mean ain't none of the kids in the house hungry? None of that shit, right? No. What the fuck wrong with you then? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, we all right. I mean, God gave you a solution to take care of that. Why wouldn't he give you a solution to take care of that? You believed that you was going to get your rent paid. You believed that you was going to feed your kids. You believed you was going to get gas to put in your car and drive to the other side of town. Why the hell you don't believe you're going to get no money tomorrow? Why you don't believe nothing gonna come next week? Why you choose to believe certain shit but don't believe the other? You put doubt in your soul.
You know, when you were saying about why not just say I'm gonna go get, for every job interview I had before I went to it, like, you got an interview, girl? No, I'm going, I got the job, I'm just going to claim it. There isn't a job interview that I've had, I did not get that job because I was telling them, no, I got the job, I'm going to claim it. God said, just go claim it because I got it. And there was like, I got it. So I understand what you're saying with that.
Yeah. You speak things into existence that you want and you ask the Lord for it. Let me tell you a true story right quick, and then I'm going to get the fuck on out of here because I got to wash my dog up. You can... I went to jail when I was 19 years old for nothing. You did, like I had did previously horrible shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'd never been punished for any of the shit that I had done. I went to jail for something that I had no clue about or did anything to be arrested or anything, and was facing life in prison. Was offered 50 years on one case. I was offered 45 years on another case. Offered 50 years on one case, 45 on another case. And I had 23 different charges. But I was being offered this many years away from life. In jail, I prayed to God and said, God, I stop being with the people that I was around, God. I will focus on this music, and I promise you, I won't do nothing else. I won't do nothing but music, God. If you let me out of here, I promise you, I won't do nothing but rap. Please help me get into rap somewhere. I never do nothing else. I was 19. I'm 48 now. I still rap. I'm still traveling the country. I'm still going around the world making music. I got 10 concerts lined up right now. Yeah, I've been in concerts where all the up and coming, all the came up, and all you ever seen. You dig what I'm saying? In the music industry. And I'm still doing it right now because I asked God for it. I asked him for it. When I need some money, I ask God. When I think we ain't did enough shows in this year, I call God. When I think I need something done to my car, I call God. Everything I ever got, I got it from God. I asked him to make sure my daughter's pregnancies were safe and she had her kids without no complications. I got 4 grandchildren. You dig what I'm saying? I asked for everything that I received from God. So if other people really believe in him, really think God when you want something, think it.
I'm gonna tell you.
Go inside your soul and really, really want it from him. You ain't got to go listen to no preacher to tell you to go to God. You ain't got to go get disciplined by the Christians or the Muslims or the Baptists or the whoever. You don't got to be inside of there to know God. You don't.
That's true.
You don't.
I tell people
because God is the temple of your soul.
That's facts.
He's the temple of your soul.
People
Only
think I be
you can
crazy.
save yourself. Nobody can save you.
True that.
Only you can save yourself. You. And that's why he set the choice out. So you can choose to believe him or not.
Well, no,
I
I know.
choose to believe.
Baby, they don't want to get in debate about what God do for me and has done for me, because I have to shut them down. They don't. Man, you're not gonna tell me nothing about him up there. I know what he do for me. I don't know what he do for you, but I know what he do for me.
That's right.
Like you say,
He did good to you, didn't
he? But you know something else
Didn't
I
he
know
do you
about
good?
it? Oh yeah.
Didn't he do
but
you
I
good?
know all the time.
Man, we've been.
Ain't he doing you good right now?
Every day I open my eye, he doing me good.
Exactly.
Let me tell you
Every
something.
day I
When
open
you
my
pray,
eye,
when you pray with more than one people, when you pray with more than one person, you in the presence of the Lord. You talking to a stranger right now about the Lord. See, we done jumped way past all that idiocy shit. Now we in some good. We talking about the Lord. You dig what I'm saying? And sometimes talking about goodness will run your viewers away. Sometimes talking about good things will stop people from watching you because they only want to hear the bad. Some people only rejuvenate off bad things. You're not important until something bad happened to you. You can say you just got a new house and all that type of shit, new cars and all that, you'll get 2 likes. But say, goddamn it, you broke your leg, goddamn it, you don't know if you're gonna ever be able to walk again and all this type of shit. Everybody gonna chime in. Say, goddamn it, your husband been beating the shit out you at the crib and you don't understand. You'll have 60 million views. Say your girlfriend retarded or your woman keep doing bullshit and you keep going through shit. She won't let you take care of your kid and all that shit there. You'll have all the viewers in the world. But say you got a loving life. I love my woman. Me and my woman having a great life around here, man. I wouldn't change it for nobody. I wouldn't pass around. You ain't gonna have but a view. Because that shit ain't important to people. Drama is. Sadness is. Anger is. Anguish. Death. Bullshit. Horrificness. All that shit is more important than some good happening for you. You dig what I'm saying? I got a new job, bitch. I'm clowning around. Oh, bitch, they gonna fire you in a few days.
Ooh, boy, I'ma tell you.
It ain't nothing. They really they just doing it. What they paying? $25 an hour. Oh, girl, that ain't gonna last long.
That's what I did when I first was talking about the movies. That you getting paid, bitch. I didn't get into this to get paid. I got into it to see if I could do it. If I get paid, I get paid. If not, it don't matter why, because I still got to learn half of the shit that the people that I'm working with already know.
I say, believe me, please.
Hey Cole, what you don't realize, you can't see her face, but she was in the movie with us, Walker Rufus.
Yeah, my camera.
I can't see her face.
Her face because of her
phone. My camera, man. Let me see if I can find the corner of the camera. Wait.
Go to the other side. There you go.
Wait. Okay. Is that the good part? Can you see me clear? Wait.
Yeah.
Me and these damn phones, I swear. I'm telling you, look.
Froze again. He froze. I think his phone went off again. His phone cut off.
Okay. But he do got a point, though. He really do. And they still, you getting paid. Is you getting, why the fuck is you worried? If I'm not worried about getting paid, why should you? Why is you worried about it?
Exactly. And I get that a lot too, man. We all do movies. I'm in what, 6 movies, one web series. And
you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's just don't. Man, that's why that's why, it's like, you didn't believe me, but the proof is in your face. You don't want to see the real proof. That's why a lot of times I feel like they didn't come to the premieres because you doubted me.
Yeah.
You doubted me.
Hey Cole, hold on. I hear you, Cole, but you froze, man. I think it's a bad signal where you were in the backyard.
And I gotta close this window because that's too fast that they can't do it, baby. No.
Bad signal.
I can't be doing the flies.
I hear you going in and out. Don't hear you now, but I hear you going in and out. But I really appreciate these type of conversations, and I really appreciate anytime Cole come in, and he give his opinion, he give us his advice.
And always some knowledge.
His advice, Cole got a lot of knowledge, man. Like, I mean, we talked about millions of things and it all made sense. I haven't talked to him about one thing that haven't made sense yet. Hold on. Yeah, your phone doing the Watusi right now. Hey, Cole, yeah, hold on. Come back in, Cole. There you go. Hold on. Is you gonna say something? Let me see. Talk. Yeah, it's freezing real bad right now.
But you know, like he's saying, people really don't want to hear you do good. They don't want to hear about you doing good. They want to hear the bad. You know, as long as you're talking about the bad, you got that full of shit.
Get your ass
the minute you get talking about, oh
why
man,
you don't like watching up?
I got this good going on. I'm finna get that good going on. They be like, yeah, okay.
Got me all wet.
You don't want to hear it. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't even talk about what's good going on with me. You didn't want to hear it then, so I'm not gonna keep telling you now. What's going on with you?
I hear you, Cole.
Same shit, different day. That's how I leave it. You didn't want to know the good, so what am I gonna break it down for you now, 3 months to a year later? No, same shit, different day. What's that? The same shit that you remember, a different day. Whatever you remember last, that's what I'm doing. Because I don't have the energy for that no more.
That's facts.
I just don't. It's like I don't even care what you think or feel about what I'm doing. I don't care what you think or feel about. You know, everybody tell them, you know, when you first go into like I came into it for the experience. If I get paid, I do. If I don't, you know, I'm not gonna cry or stress about it. Why? Because I got a whole 3-4 other businesses that I'm working on. So it don't really matter much. It should, but I can't allow it to, because if I let it matter whether I get paid for these movies or not, my ass will be depressed and stressed all over again, worrying about this. And I hope I get, I should be. No, I don't have time for that. Why? Because I have other businesses that I'm trying to build. So one way or another, either the movies or one of the 3 of these businesses is going to take care of me and these grandbabies and these kids for the rest of my life and theirs too. So it's like I'm not just focused on one avenue.
That's facts.
I plan on going into I definitely need the real estate because these slumlords will not. I refuse. I just absolutely positively refuse. I'm tired of them.
So one question real quick, just to keep on the subject just a little. What's your overall take on the abortion before we end this live?
My overall take on it is just like it's kind of like you said, it's hard to go either side A or B. I rather lie because I identify on both sides because I am a female and I've had to deal with both ends, wanting the child and being forced to have a child. I don't judge nobody for their decision because I had to make that horrible ass decision myself. So, you know, I'm not judging it. If you don't want your child, I just feel like if you don't want to get pregnant because you know you don't want to have a child, just protect yourself. You can't rely on the man.
That's fair.
Make sure what you use to protect yourself it's you know it's gonna work for you, because a lot of these methods of birth control is not working the way they should. So you got a lot of females getting pregnant on these devices and under this birth control and ended up with unwanted children. On the other hand, if you're responsible and you know that this is what's gonna happen and you end up with a child, you should have just protected yourself. You know what it takes to protect you. You know what it's gonna take. Double up. You know,
so
I got caught up with some pills with birth control pills in my system. So from that point on, I stopped taking vitamins because our bloodline vitamins make us very fertile. I stopped taking vitamins. So I put my health at risk because I didn't want to have a child in case the condom broke, in case the pills were, you know, I went through a lot of different methods to make sure I didn't have any more after that 4. But if I laid down and then myself try to put some precautionary measures and and ended up pregnant, then that's on me. That's my fault because I knew what I was doing.
So I said that's facts. You makes a good point. I said my overall take is, first of all, I can't tell you what to do with your body. I'm not God. I'm not your father. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your husband. I don't know you for the women that's out there doing it. I can't tell you what to do with your body. I really can't. But what I can do is give my opinion. And my opinion would be I'm against abortions I'm against abortions with a little bit other details. So I'm against abortions for the women that sit there and they lay down and they have sex and they know there's a chance they could get pregnant. You don't take the correct precautions to not get pregnant. You sit there, you have sex unprotected. You claim that you're on your pill, you claim that you're on birth control, or you have or you don't care about getting pregnant because you already know that you're gonna get an abortion. That's murder. In my opinion, that's murder. I'm not mad at you if you do it that way. I'm not knocking what you do. I'm just saying, in my opinion, don't get mad off me. In my opinion, that's my thing with that. So the part that I got a problem with this law being passed, but overruled by the Supreme Court, is for the women that was out there that was being raped, the kids that's being raped,
molested and shit. Right.
13 kids that's being molested, stuff like that. For you to force them to have a baby, because there's no abortion clinics that would, and then not only if they still perform abortion, they get fined a whole lot of money, up to 10 years in prison. The doctors that's doing it. So, and I don't think there's gonna be any doctors going to. I don't think any doctors is gonna be willing to take that risk anymore. So, so my overall opinion about that is, I'm with the agreement. But I'm also sympathizing for you women. This is your body. You should be able to do what you want to do with your body. But at the same time, on that same token, yeah, you should be able to do what you want to do with your body, and the government should be
responsible. Have responsible sex. Be responsible.
At the same time, you got to keep in mind. So by you telling y'all protesting, I should be able to do what I want to do with my body. Be careful what you do with your body at the same token. So
right.
You can avoid a lot. You can avoid a lot of that by being careful what you do with your body. Stop going out there and having unprotected sex if you don't want to get pregnant. Not only you got to worry about getting pregnant, you got to worry about HIV, AIDS, and all these other diseases going on with unprotected sex. So think smart, be about it, be smart. I don't care how much of a heat of a moment you is, he kissing on your neck, whatever turns you on, and you decide to let him go and you pregnant. Because some of these guys out here just bogus. They don't care. They want to get you. They don't care about getting you pregnant because you know what they're going to do? I'll pick up the phone no more and lose complete contact with you. Now you're raising a kid by yourself. Now you want to get an abortion, but you put yourself in that position, so you can't get mad for putting yourself in the position. In the case you was intoxicated and your plan was not to have sex unprotected and you end up getting pregnant, that's a different situation. Because if a guy see you intoxicated, he purposely, and some guys do that. They'll give you a whole bunch.
They'll set you up. Sure will.
They'll do that. They'll give you a whole bunch of drinks so they can have sex with you and do all type of nasty things to you while you intoxicated, because they know you don't have no control over what you do. In that case, that's still rape. And then for the guys that's out here listening, if you want the type of guys that want to, hey man, hey, call a girl, yeah, we finna get her drunk and high, Joe. We gonna fuck the shit out of you, fucking rapists.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, you're a rapist, dude, for you even doing that type of stuff. In that type of situation, my opinion about abortion, they should be able to abort abortion, even though the baby didn't actually be there, but it's kind of tricky.
Right. It is. It's tricky. It's like you damned if you make this, if you agree to this, you damned if you agree to that. So it's a tricky subject.
So my best opinion with that would be get that Plan B pill. Don't give it a chance for you to go to the doctor and say, "Oh, you're pregnant." So, because if you take that Plan B pill, which you better get something.
When you get up the next day, you take that pill. You
good. You good.
If it worked, because some people, everybody body different. So pray for that it do work. But if you're responsible when you're having sex. If you're grown and you know better, just be more responsible.
Be more responsible. But if you're in a situation like that, you had sex with a guy, even if it wasn't rape, and you got pregnant before you want to know you're pregnant. Don't give it that chance to know you're pregnant. If you know you ain't want no kid, if you saying to yourself, "Damn, he nutted inside me, I might get pregnant."
Get up and go.
Go to Walgreens and get you that Plan B pill and get some now. Stock up on it while you can, because they about sooner or later them about to be gone, or they about to.
Well, ladies, I'm gonna put it to you like this: you of this generation, you all are fortunate, because when we were your younger ages, teenagers and coming up, we didn't have the Plan B. If you got pregnant, you got pregnant, or you were sneaking in somebody's kitchen, back alley in the middle of the night, trying to get rid of a kid you didn't want to have. Y'all got a chance to save yourself the situation. If you know you don't, like you said, if you know you don't want to get pregnant, that next day, get up and go get that pill. We didn't have that option. I didn't have that option. So.
And if you can't afford the pill, it's what?
The system is there for you. Work it. The system is there for you. Work it.
Yeah, if it's a 50, I think the pill like $50 or something like that. If you can't afford the
It's
pill,
like this. You just, cause you just got conceived. The baby hasn't grown yet. It's still a seed. You have a chance to save yourself the trouble of having to deal with being judged with not wanting this child and doing the worst to get rid of it, you know?
yeah, and that's
You
true.
can save yourself the trouble. We didn't have that option.
And at this case, that's true. That's 100%. But at this case, if you get up and get the pill, you it's a chance you might not even got pregnant, but don't even give it a chance, because once you
Right,
the doctor and they say, "Oh yeah, well you pregnant,"
you stuck now.
it's a different
you stuck.
situation now. Now it's a different. You still, I think the pill is you got to take the pill within 5 days of the last time you had sex before it to take effect or something like that. But if you got to wait till you go to the doctor 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later with a show, then it's a different story. Now you got it. Now you got a life born that's
And you gotta have it depending on where you live. You can't get rid of it now, so come on, y'all.
depending on what you live, you got to have that baby. It's the law, not Illinois. You good Illinois, but if you in one of the states, travel to Illinois. I can't tell you I do no abortion. I'm against that. I'm just saying, get a fucking pill, just avoid all that shit. If you know you have sex with somebody, now okay, let's just say you had sex, you thought you wanted a baby, now you found out this nigga, you called this nigga 2 weeks later and some shit like that. Man, he said, man, you better call the nigga that go call somebody else.
It ain't mine. Well, you got to get rid of that.
Yeah, you got to get rid of it. Now it's a different story. So, and that goes, be careful who the hell you have sex with.
True. And that's just bringing babies in the world, period.
A lot of this shit could be avoided. A lot of stuff could be not heard of if you just be careful what you have. Protective sex. And you could go to the special in Chicago. It's a lot of clinics. You could go and get condoms for free if you don't got the money to buy them. It's birth control. If you get public aid, you can get them birth control for free. Go get the birth control. Not even saying they're 100% active, but 99.9%. That 1% is a motherfucker. For most likely, it will protect if you take your pills on
They
time.
say positive affirmations is 99.99% gonna work for me.
Yeah,
that's what I be saying. This 99.9% is gonna work for me because that 1% will tear your ass up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you,
you gotta pay for the 99.9%.
I'm gonna tell you the real reason they give you that 1%. Because let's just say Trey, man, you go take some.
It's like nothing's 100%.
Right. It's 100%. They say it's 100%. They put on the box. It's 100% active, meaning that you wouldn't. It's not one chance that you would get pregnant, but you happen to get pregnant. What you gonna do? What you finna do to that? What you finna do to that birth control?
You finna sue their ass for false advertisement and lie because you said it's effective, but I still got pregnant with it in my system. I'm suing because you lied.
And then that's a lawsuit. So if they say they put the pill out there say 100%, it's a lawsuit. So most like basically the point I'm trying to make, most likely 100% it will protect you if you take it correctly.
Right.
If you take it correctly. Now there's some people that be out there on birth control. They you forget to take a pill, then you have sex, then you get pregnant, then I was on birth control. No, you forgot to take one. So most likely these doctors, scientists that came or something that will block eggs for getting to your uterus, will block sperm to get into your egg that will stop pregnancy. They study them. These are super smart people. So 9 out of 10 is gonna work, but they just gotta for legal reasons, they gotta say 99.9%.
Just that 1% of, like you said. You didn't do it right. You missed the day, and you know you missed the day. And instead of you waiting till you was the next pill was fully through your system, you had to lay down. You missed the day. That one day miss.
And they protected themselves already. They ain't trying to get sued. So that's where man we said. And you said that you missed the day, but you tell them I ain't missed no day. You tell the doctor I ain't missed. Well, it's say 99.9%, so 1%.
So they tell you, do you have your packet? They used to make you pull out the packet so they can see. Oh, you missed here.
You missed here. Or even
still there.
Even if you took that pill out and threw it out, so you trying to get some type of. They smart than that. The government, smart. They know better. People, they too smart. Come on, we because us people. I ain't gonna say just blacks. Everybody also trying to find a way to sue somebody. So they're trying to make excuses. That's why they said 99%.
Stop chasing flies.
So
no, she had holes in the screen from the flies my daughter let in when she came in with taking her. I'm gonna crack you on. This cat think I'm her mama.
So we've been on for 2 hours and 14 minutes. This is a good
That's
conversation.
cool.
And I appreciate you coming through. But like I said, my overall intake on this, protect yourself and you won't have to worry about abortion.
Pretty much, and I agree.
Protect yourself that you won't have to worry about abortion. You won't have to worry about, and if you just
And
have
parents, be more actively involved in your kids' lives.
Because at this point on this, depends on which state you're in. If your 13, 14, 15-year-old daughter get pregnant, she got to have that baby. And guess who's going to be taking care of the baby?
Mama.
You.
Granny.
So the law is messed up, and at the same time, I'm against abortion because I love kids, and once you see that fetus inside you, that's a baby. Whether it got arms, legs, and eyes or not, it's still the baby that's growing inside you, and you shouldn't cheat that baby. Cheat that baby out of his life or her life, just like you ain't get cheated out of yours if you listen to me. And with that being said, Jalen, Traylon, I keep saying Jalen. I don't know why I keep saying Jalen. Traylon, I appreciate you. You know, you was on point with your comments. Everything that you said, I appreciate you. Good, and congratulations on the move. Congratulations on the move that you played in, even though we was in some of the same. I was in Roseland, and I was in I got the retake of Roseland.
Yeah. All of you guys in Roseland, like everybody I met in Roseland, it just kept going. It's like you guys are a group of people that I would never disconnect myself from because everybody's on positive. It's like the group is so positive, full of energy.
Right.
I like that. I had to say, put yourself in the presence of the people that's doing what you want to do and where you trying to go, they're already there because they might can help you get there.
And that's facts. And I want to get a shout out to the whole cast of the movie Walker Roof. I want to get a shout out to Billy Valentine. Give a big shout out to Billy, for giving me the opportunity to even act in the movie, two of his movies. Big shout out to my boy, Bo G. Simmons, for Cap and Gown. Dope movie, another dope movie. You can find it on rawfootagemovies.com. You can download it for $10 right now. It used to be $20, but it's $10 right now. Rawfootagemovies.com. You can go find our movie on there with me, Kohar, K-Easy, a lot of us, and Cap and Gown. And it's out streaming right now. Walker Rufus, you can find on Tubi, Amazon Prime, and other different streaming sites. Y'all go download the movies, watch it. Tubi for free. You just got to deal with the commercials. You go to Amazon, pay like $3 for it, and watch it commercial free.
And look for the Wizard 2020, Michael Myers, My Point of View film. The Wizard 2020.
Let's get it. And we got more movies. The Maserati Trap finna come out. Is it out already? It's about to come out.
No, actually, I don't know. We have something either premiering or streaming August 30th, but I'm not sure which one. I don't know if it's Roseland or Masquerade Trap.
I know Rose, but I got a cameo shot in Masquerade Trap. I'm not a big Rose dog, but I got a cameo shot. That's all I needed. So y'all go stream these movies when they come out. Go get Walker Rufus, Little
Caesar, Magic,
all by directed and written by Billy Ray Valentine, the new Prince of Darkness, dark skinned people, because y'all know me in this light skinned and dark.
Well, y'all know y'all liked all of this milk chocolate.
But on that note, Traylon, appreciate you for coming through, Kohar. Crucial Conflict.
Anytime. I'm trying to see if I can catch you again.
Everybody that was in the comments, I appreciate y'all for coming in, and that's what we do. June 30th, which is in a couple more days, I got my homeboy Dreadhead the Cowboy. If anybody know about Dreadhead, he shut down the whole.
I know the Dreadhead.
Yeah, he shut down the whole express with his horses. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be interviewing him on the 30th on Live with T Smooth and K Easy podcast. So K Easy gonna be in the house, so we're gonna interview him. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty about what he finna do, what he got it planned. It's all about the kids with him, and we're gonna support this brother, and we're gonna talk about everything. Y'all tune in.
Another great legend, indeed.
Y'all tune in about 2:00 on the 30th of June. Dreadhead Cowboy is about to go live with T Smooth and my co-host K Easy. But until y'all have a blessing. We out of here.
You too. Love you, man. Love you.
Love you.
That was really cool.